Greetings once again from Lower Alabama. Back on the back patio. This is Thanksgiving Day. You can probably hear I'm having a hell of a day. Probably hear the turkey cooker in the background back there. The turkey is in the pot. I just finished doing another beer whilst warming the oil. So we'll just jump right into this thing. Judge Roy Bean Stout from Fairhope Brewing. Fairly local to me, takes me probably 30 minutes to get there. They've got a couple that I really enjoy. This is one of them. This is not a blind review like a lot of them I do. So we're just gonna pour this one and talk about it. It is a stout. It is a coffee stout. I have had tons of these because I really do enjoy them quite a lot. I mean, everybody knows who Judge Roy Bean is, but more importantly, there was I don't know it was one of the most unique bars I'd ever been in, and still to this day, called Judge Roy Bean's down in towards Fairhope. That was a wild place, man. I spent a lot of time in there when I was a young man and could handle that sort of thing. Had a lot of fun in that place, but at some point here it's been a number of years ago, they had a bit of a fire. The place never came back. They had a lot more outside. Hey, Poochie Pooch, here comes my little girly dog to knock the tripod over or tangle up in the mic cord, one or the other. And my wife's coming along with her. And coincidentally, went in there with the wife, also, Judge Roy Beans.
Oh yeah, one time.
Yeah. There they are, in all their glory. So anyway, back at it. It is a coffee stout. It's 5.1%. From what I understand, it's gone from year-round to seasonal, which is unfortunate, but I'll take it. It's getting harder and harder every day to find good stouts. You know, we live in the time now of sours and seltzers and IPAs and us old farts that really love stouts, and porters are kind of pushed to the side. You know, so it is what it is. I'm not going to complain that much about it. As long as there's something I can find and enjoy out there, I'm good to go. And fortunately, doing reviews like this, you know, I get 5 views per review, something like that, with my whopping 37 subscribers. It's still an excuse to go buy a build your own, create your own, whatever 6-pack and try the beer. It's a little bit of an extra incentive, you know, to get out and do that. That's just good. I mean, it's got coffee, and it's on the nose, and you can taste it for sure. It's not incredibly powerful, but there's no mistaking that that's what you're drinking, is a coffee stout. And at 5.1%, you can have a couple, you know, without a lot of, without paying for it much later, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not a heavy stout by any stretch. It's a bit dry aside from the coffee. It's not a milk stout or anything. So, but it's really quite tasty, and it's got a little bit of a bittering hop on the finish. Not much, but it's enough, you know, to offset any of that stout heaviness, and it actually kind of helps with the coffee as well. It's just really well done. It's one I enjoy, and this time of year I tend to keep it. Yeah, that's just good. I mean, it's just good. It's just really, everything that's in there works together. The balance is good. It's just you know what? It's just a nice beer. And if you want something a bit more flavorful, you know, you'd think, listening to this particular review, that I'd been in these things all friggin' day. You know, this is beer 2. Anyway, where was I? You know, that's another thing about getting old. You just, it sucks. Anywho, that beer's just well done. And if you're not afraid to try something that's a bit maybe off the beaten path, you haven't done darker beers, you're not afraid of coffee, you know, you like your Starbucks or whatnot, give that a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's really easy to drink for what it is. So with all of that, you know what I'm not going to forget this time? Like and subscribe. Can you believe it? I did it without even getting all the way to the end. I remembered. Like and subscribe. So please enjoy your adult malted beverages responsibly.